Guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new updated 2025 Kia K5 GT line.
And a big thanks to George and the rest of the management and staff here at Century Kia in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car or SUV in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for George.
And as most of you guys probably know by now, the K5 replaced the Optima as Kia's midsize sedan back in 2021. For 2025, the K5 gets a facelift featuring new headlights and taillights with an updated front bumper hosting larger faux vents with new fog lights in each corner as well. Inside, the K5 gets new dual 12.3-inch screens with an updated color pattern throughout all trims, and finally, the 2025 K5 ditches the 1.6-liter turbo four-cylinder, just like in the new Hyundai Sonata, in favor of the slightly more powerful, naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder, cranking out 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. There are 4 trims available for the 2025 K5, ranging from the $27,000 base up to the $34,000 top EX model, with a $33,000 top performance GT model right beneath the EX. The GT line that you see here gets just about everything out of the GT outside of the power plant and the quad exhaust tips. With a $28,000 base price, what else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, as we mentioned, we get new headlights, new fog lights, a new style for the honeycomb grille, panel housing your advanced safety features, full front parking sensing, updated Kia badge. We've had that since 2022. We still get the orange daytime running lights above the LED headlamps and LED fog lights in each corner. The wheel and tire setup for the GT line, we get a slightly upgraded setup. It's a little bit different here compared to the outgoing model. Reminds me a little bit more of the previous N-line wheel design. We get these beautiful black and silver contrasted 18-inch rims with a Kia center cap 5-lug pattern. These are Pirelli P0 all-season tires. The dimensions are 235/45 R18s, and we'll see how these 235 wide tires put the power to the ground here on this 2025 K5. All body color trim for the window, or the wheel well trim. We get this beautiful snow white metallic paint color. Hopefully you can pick up the sparkles here in the Florida sun. Black contrasted mirror cap, LED turn signal on it. All black trim for the window trim, but for some reason the back trim and the trunk area gets a smoke chrome instead of the black that we get up front. Pretty interesting design. Massive panoramic moonroof, 2 shark fin style antenna, smart access for the driver and the front passenger. We get blind spot monitoring on the glass. We'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this beautiful 2025 updated Kia K5. We'll take a quick look at this window sticker, see all the features that we get on this 2025 K5 GT line front wheel drive. The snow white pearl paint color, black interior. You can see all the standard features that you would get on the LXS front wheel drive. It's decently loaded with features, but compared to the GT line, we get a lot more. With a $27,990 base price, you can pause, take a look at all the upgraded features. $495 for the snow white pearl paint, $2,000 for the GT line premium package, giving us a panoramic moonroof with power sunshade, LED interior lighting, and the Bose premium audio system with active sound design, and it sounds really good. $185 for the floor mats, totaling us out at $30,670 after an $1,155 destination charge. We're sitting a tick below $32,000. 29 combined MPGs, 25 in the city. The gas cap is push to open, no easy fill. You can throw 87 octane fuel here for this naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. Out rear, we get updated taillights. They're full LED, and the light basically connects in the center. Not quite, but it does look really premium the way that the actual housing for the light connects. Aluminum K5 badge in the lower left corner, GT line in the right corner, updated Kia badge in the center. Full rear parking sensing, reverse lights in the corner, all LED. We get a pretty aggressive looking diffuser. We get our exhaust tip in the lower right corner too. These faux cutouts are part of the bumper, but the actual tip, as you guys can see, in the lower right. But speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder sold by Kia for the 2025 K5. And it sounds pretty good, cranking out 191 horsepower, which is more than the outgoing 1.6 liter turbo, and 180 pound-feet of torque, which is slightly down compared to the outgoing model. But overall, we get about the same 0 to 60 time, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission to front-wheel drive. You have to get this about 3,300 pound midsize sedan to 60 in the low to mid 7-second range. So definitely respectable when it comes to performance. And now with this naturally aspirated power plant, it should be a little bit more reliable as well. The hydraulic struts are appreciated, but what you see is basically what we get. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, walk around this 2025 updated K5 GT line one more time. And let's take a step inside and see what we get with around $30,000 price tag after destination, around $31,000, $32,000 after destination. And for the price point, it is a premium interior. We get soft touch up top, same thing out rear. We get this faux carbon trim in the center, aluminum separating the 2 tiers of soft touch with white contrast stitching. It's a full Syntex interior. It feels, smells, and just overall looks just like the real leather thing. Auto one touch up front, power windows out rear. We don't get power folding mirrors, but they're 4-way adjustable like the piano black trim, Bose premium audio system, and some solid storage down below. The seats are also really premium. We get perforation in the center, GT line stitched inside of it, white contrast all throughout the seats, and they are comfortable for the faux leather. You got lumbar control, you can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats, but taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. But first thing we notice here, the big differences for 2025 are these dual 12.3-inch screens and the new touch activated climate and media adjustment that we're seeing all throughout both Hyundai and Kia's lineup. The steering wheel is still top-notch premium. It's thick, solid 10-2, great feeling 9-3. Flat bottom, it says GT line on it with an aluminum frame. Horn area is hard plastic. Horn itself, loud and aggressive. We'll do a window check, see if we get dual panes. We do get dual panes. That's a premium touch with a $28,000 base price. The stocks have a satisfying click, auto headlamps, no auto rain sensing wipers, but we also get auto high beams. We don't get the blind spot camera on the GT line. Got to go up to the EX, I believe, to get that feature. Maybe on the GT as well if you go with the premium package. I'll let you guys know about that once we do actually review a GT for 2025. We have our volume and skip controls. You can hang up and answer your phone calls, AM, FM, Sirius. You get your mode, voice commands on the right side. We have our adjustments for the infotainment, radar cruise control, and active lane keep assist. The infotainment adjustments, right now we're looking at tire pressure. We can check out our current trip, sensory fueling, and sense last reset. Compass also functions as turn by turn if you're using navigation, and an advanced safety feature screen as well. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably be this compass and navigation screen. Fuel level up top, digital speedo in the left corner, tach on the right side, temperature outside down below, traffic sign recognition, mileage in the vehicle, fuel level in the lower left corner, and our coolant temperature in the lower right corner. We mentioned the stocks have a very satisfying click, tilt and telescoping steering wheel. You can turn off your traction control, interior brightness, trunk release, hood latch release, and hopefully get a good look at the pedals. The dashboard is all soft touch material with stitching. The 12.3-inch touchscreen has some of the best response in the business. You guys can pick up all of the potential adjustments for it. The map, Kia and Hyundai have had some of the best maps in the business, and that definitely continues here. The response is actually even better than it was in the outgoing models. It was already one of the best in the outgoing models, but this updated system, a noticeable improvement. And go back to the home screen, you can see the map, song that's currently playing, and you can adjust it to your liking. The backup camera, the gear slider controls the 8-speed auto. Let's check out the backup camera. Super high resolution, crisp guidance lines and trajectory. We can check out the different views. We get an over-the-top trailer hitch style view and a wide screen view for the backup camera, but this does not get guidance lines. To get the guidance lines and trajectory, you gotta be in this view with our front and rear parking sensing right next to it. Nice high quality display, throwing right back into park. Unfortunately, we don't get any paddle shifters here. For a sportier trim being the GT line, I would like to see paddles, but we still get manual shift controls just in the improper direction to upshift and to downshift. Throwing right back into park, we return right back to the home screen. Beneath that, we have our adjustments for the climate control. We have hard buttons for the temperature and touch activated vent control adjustments. We get heated seats, no ventilated seats, gotta go to the top EX trim to get the ventilated seats. And you can alternate between dual zone automatic climate control with sync and our media adjustments with home, map, search, seek, track, media, and setup. And this turns into your tune dial, and this turns into your volume dial when you're in the media, as opposed to when you're in the climate, this adjusting the temperature for the left side and the temperature for the right. I'd prefer to leave it in the climate adjustments. My personal preference, let me know in the comment section what you'd prefer. 2 USB-C ports underneath, no USB-A ports in that column. We have our 12 volt with the push of a button. You got your shift lock release. 2 cup holders, you'll fit 24, maybe 32 ounce bottles. Electronic parking brake with brake hold. We have our parking sensors. You can disable and access your camera with a click of a button. The buttons here also just feel a lot more premium than the outgoing model. We mentioned the heated seats, drive mode selector. We get my drive, normal, and sport. We'll start the review off in normal, try out sport, and just see what the differences are. Behind it, we have a nice storage slot, perfect for keys, phone, or a wallet. Pretty soft armrest is the Syntex material. You'll easily fit 6, 7, maybe even 8 12-ounce bottles in this center console. It is spacious. The glove box above it, we get more of that faux wood, faux aluminum trim, and that air vent continues flushly all throughout this dashboard. It looks seriously premium in here. The glove box, though, it is damp, not lined with felt, but it's large. You'll easily fit 2 pairs of shoes in there, probably 20 to 25 license plates. Very wide with solid depth. Basically a frameless rear view mirror. It's not auto dimming. You gotta pull this flappy thing to dim it. The interior lights are LED. And with the premium package, you get this massive panoramic moonroof. The shade opens up super quickly. The glass follows it. The glass also opens up really quickly. We'll see if it goes out any further. It does not. But towards the end of the front row, we poke our way out of here. It's pretty sunny now, but it was absolutely downpouring here about an hour ago, kind of delaying my review process. But the beauty of editing, you guys will probably not notice it. Regardless, it is sunny and 76 degrees. There's still a couple of clouds in the sky, but nothing like it was before. We can shut this glass right up. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin, but that's about it for at least the front seat of this all-new 2025 Kia K5 GT line. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the overall quality of the materials. So out back, we still get soft touch up top. That's not something you see with a lot of the other Japanese competition, especially for their lower end of their trim levels. We still get the stitching in the center, gushy soft armrest, power window, aluminum door handle, additional one of our Bose speakers, with a solid amount of storage down below. You'll squeeze a 6-inch sub, probably stack 2 on top of each other. K5 plastic nameplate. As we step inside the rear seats, the padding goes all the way out to the door frame, very couch-like with the white contrast, perforation in the center. Legroom looks impressive. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have over 6 inches of knee room, like 7, 8 inches of knee room, headroom with the moonroof. I'm down to like about an inch, inch and a half, but still, if you're under 6'6", you'll sit in the back of your seat settings in the back of the mid-size K5 with no problem, and that says a lot. We get mat pockets behind both the front seats, 2 USB-C ports, unfortunately no air vents, at least no air vents that blow directly into our face. There is something going on under the front seats, but nothing that blows directly into our face. Center cubby, we can jab our hand into it and access it. It's a nice soft Syntex material. You'll fit 16-ounce bottles, pass-through, good for a phone or a wallet. The interior lights are LED. We get hooks for both grab handles in the back seat and a very solid amount of light bar into the cabin with this massive dual pane panoramic moonroof. That's about it for the back seat. Let's hop out towards the cargo space, see how much space is offered back there, and then take this 2025 K5 out for a drive. So next to the backup camera is a button that electrically shoots open your trunk. That's a nice feature. It doesn't electrically close it, but it does give you a nice solid shoot so you don't have to lift it up yourself. We have 2 latches to fold the second row seats down, 60-40 split. You fold them down, I'd expect you to fit probably a 55-60 inch TV back here, and the trunk itself is huge. The opening is massive and the floor is low. We can see what's going on underneath. You got a spare tire and fix-a-flat kit. Take a step back, hopefully you get a better idea of the size of this massive opening. And I like how Kia hides the hinges away so you don't have to worry about crushing your cargo when you slam your trunk down. Speaking of slamming your trunk down, we did just that. We'll walk around this 2025 Kia K5 one more time. Hopefully I don't trip and kill myself over one of those branches. But that's about it, guys. This is a really beautiful mid-size sedan. And around the $30,000 price point, you get a ton of premium features for the money. And it's, in my opinion, the best looking car in its class. Performance-wise, with this all-new 2.5-liter 4-cylinder power plant, which makes a little bit more horsepower than last year, but a little bit less torque. Let's take this 2025 K5 GT line out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Kia K5 GT line. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, The steering feels really sharp and on center. In normal mode, the weight is okay. We'll see if it changes up in sport. But it's a good weight, good response in the normal mode. Over these large bumps, ride quality stays very nice and plush. Even with these slightly skinnier tires, they're still thick enough to keep things very comfortable. Throttle response with this 2.5, it's way better than the 1.6. Mid-range, it's going to be down compared to the turbo models, but the up top power should be a noticeable difference. Take a step out here, about quarter throttle, shifting around 2,500, 2,800, 3,000. Not bad. Over the bumps, wow, you look down, you're going a lot quicker than you think you are. The isolation with these dual pane windows, excellent, and the refinement with this suspension is also top-notch premium. This feels a lot more premium out the box than what you get with Toyota from the Camry. Even the new 2025 Camry, which feels a lot better, this still feels like it's a little bit more premium. Maybe it has something to do with just the nicer overall materials, updated tech, but either way, it just feels, at least from the beginning, initial quality-wise, a little bit better. Taking a step out here, about half throttle, really good response. Of course, it's not blowing you away when it comes to performance, but it's solid. Handling's okay, brakes feel good. Take a step out here, try out a real-world turning radius test and body roll test. Stays quiet over the concrete pavement, throwing it in quicker than we should. Whoop, very solid amount of body control, and the turning radius, as you see, is also really sharp. About half throttle coming out. Ooh, that's strong. Shifting at around 4,000 RPM. We'll try one out off the line. We'll try to find a nice stretch of road that's well paved, not have to worry about terrible wheel spin. Go right over here, okay? Try it out in sport mode too. Sport mode, off the line, on the gas, good response. Feels strong up top. Yep, you look down and you are moving. We don't need to run over these big bumps too quickly, but yeah, it gets up and goes. The initial response is noticeably stronger than the turbo. The mid-range is noticeably weaker than the turbo, and up top it's also noticeably stronger than the turbo, all while getting better fuel economy and naturally aspirated reliability. Steering feels a lot better in sport. Throttle response is a little bit more sensitive, not much more sensitive. And we'll see if we keep our overdrive gears, but for the most part, it seems like we do keep our overdrive gears. For that reason, I'd recommend leaving it in sport if you like to have a little bit more fun while driving. Brakes also feel really good. It doesn't change depending on the drive mode you're in. They feel really good regardless. Taking a step out here, we can really open her up. Ooh, good response. On the gas. Ooh. Yeah, we catch up to traffic quickly. We hold our gear a little bit in sport mode. Real world turning radius test. Sharp. And one more time on the gas. Ooh. Nice. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a premium, spacious sedan that can get out of its own way when it comes to performance, all around the $30,000 price point, this 2025 K5 GT line is a great way to go. It is decently quick with this now new peppier 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. It may not be quicker when it comes to numbers, but when it comes to feel, it has better throttle response and it has better top end power. The new 12.3-inch screens also help make this interior look significantly more modern. The buttons, the trim pieces, the dashboard, the soft touch materials make this feel like one of the most premium vehicles at around the $30,000 price point, with this panoramic moonroof, Bose premium audio system, and the exterior styling that we have here on this updated 2025 K5. It is a great looker, it is spacious, and it is loaded with tech. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2025 Kia K5 GT line. And a big thanks to George and the rest of the management and staff here at Century Kia in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car or SUV in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. and that's for George. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.